I want to kind of revisit Meta AI. We're still a little bit, we believe that it's connected. Llama and Meta AI are using kind of the same image connections. We didn't have great success live importing an image and having it describe um, really what the font was from the image that we uploaded. So we wanted to check that out. That's valuable because if you have AI generate images for you, you don't have a lot of background data on what it's actually pulling. So if you want to take that in and do edits and continue to modify, it's important to know what fonts are being used and whatnot. So we'll take a peek at that. And we'll also go ahead and we didn't have great success generating on the fly kind of a logo, just the process of generating a logo for Daily AI. So we'll take a look at that as well. So we're excited to check that out. And really, I think everybody should take the time, take a peek at Meta AI. It's actually free. You can use your Facebook login or your Instagram login, or I think you can just come in as anonymous if you want. And take advantage of these tools and play around with them a little bit.
And just adding to that, since you brought Meta AI, they just had, I believe it was this week, they had their LlamaCon, their conference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's where, was that place where they announced their new app? I'm not sure if it was. I believe it was. But we can give it a try as well on the app. It seems interesting. I mean, I watched the video and it seems it could not, and we had that experience over here as well. I could not give the correct answer for how many R's are in the strawberry. And we tried over here with ChatGPT. Behind the scenes also didn't work. So, meaning ChatGPT also was not very successful in saying how many R's are in strawberry.
That's right.
Thank goodness those are not the highly advanced AI that are here to conquer humanity or something like that. Let's see, let's see if we put some time on the identification of fonts. We approached the topic last week. We were not able to identify fonts or try to identify fonts with the AI, either ChatGPT. I need to think and remember which AI tools take images and kind of play a recognition on image. I think Meta AI does that. Not sure how well they do it. I was very satisfied with ChatGPT. I believe I tried with Gemini. I really don't remember at this moment. But yeah, that's it. Anything to add before we go to the first big news or just news?
No, let's move on.
All right, so let's start with ChatGPT. This one was interesting. Let me see if I can share my screen. Okay, so let's see if this is going to work. So just tell me if you are able to.
Yeah, here, hold on one second. Let's go. 1 second, folks. We'll be right here.
We are getting there. In a few weeks, we came from 0 to 0.4, 0.5, should I say. And improving.
Episode 5. All right, let's see if we get you here.
Let me give you just, while Noah figures the tech aspect there, let me give you guys a preview of what I'm going to be talking about. It's basically that, and Noah was the one who told me the meaning of this word, which I'm not going to ask for him at this moment, which is sycophancy. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Sycophancy.
Yeah, I was not pronouncing correctly according to the whatever. Okay. Sycophancy. Is that what it is?
We've got your screen up now.
Nice. So sycophancy. So sycophancy and it's interesting when I went for the meaning of sycophancy, and I get some very strange word here. Obsequio. It was. Can you see that on the screen, or not really? It's
Right.
like the so I have the main ChatGPT page there, but since it's we had that issue before, which is a second screen, which is kind of a layer, it's not showing. Are you able to see like a dictionary there or
I am
no?
not.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a second screen. So basically, what I've done here, I'm just looking at the meaning of the word. So I'm gonna read for you guys. Obsequous, another strange word here, behavior
10-cent
towards
word
someone.
day.
Huh?
It's a 10-cent word day.
Yeah. And behavior towards someone important in order to gain advantage. All right. So sycophancy, which is just being overly uh, flirtuous or something like that to get advantage of someone or something like that. I don't know if that makes sense. ChatGPT 4.0, what happened and what we are doing about it. So basically, they emphasize, I don't think it's necessary to go through everything here, but they truly emphasize on the aspect of sycophancy. And they repeat like almost 10 times this word throughout the news over here. But basically, they rolled back last week, and this is pretty recently, so that was April 29th. So they rolled back, so a couple of weeks ago, the last ChatGPT 4.0 update. So people are now using the earlier version with more balanced behavior. The update we removed was overly flattering or agreeable, often described as sycophant, sycophantic,
There you go.
sycophantic.
You got it.
Yeah. And basically, they go through just explaining that aspect and what are they doing. So, how are they addressing the matter? I feel like this. Let's go straight to the point. Beyond rolling back the latest ChatGPT 4.0 update, we are taking more steps to realign the model's behavior, refining core training techniques and system prompts to explicit steer the model away from sycophancy, building more guardrails to increase honesty and transparency principles in our model specs, expanding ways for more users to test and give direct feedback before deployment, and continue expanding our evaluations building on the model spec and our ongoing research to help identify issues beyond sycophancy in the future. Awesome. So I do feel they uh, made a great improvement in the last few weeks. One thing is it's a lot more natural the talking with ChatGPT. Um, but overall, like very positive things. I was not even aware of the this aspect on the ChatGPT, but it does make complete sense.
Yeah, my experience with it, like as soon as you would propose an idea that you wanted to refine using Chat GPT or really any of the tools that are out there, there's kind of it starts to call into question authenticity. Like right off the bat, it's like, oh, that's a great idea. Let's move forward with it, which in a way, it kind of, strokes your ego a little bit, but it sort of seems fake, right? So kind of like the person that's just trying to be agreeable to win your favor rather than not that AI really has any of that inside of it. It's just the way it was sort of set up. So
Yeah,
that's what they're addressing here.
yeah. I don't really agree with you, Noah, but that's fine.
Ain't no sycophancy in this room.
All right. Yeah. I mean that's interesting. But I also want to bring other aspects because the word is very specific on the matter of being very agreeable just to gain the favor. But I do think there is a huge, greater variation of people who are very agreeable, just a personality, people who do not want confrontation. So I just want to bring that up because it's not just the flatter to gain favor, but flattery can have other reasons, like I said, just like personality, so on and so forth, right?
Yep.
I do think that's interesting. One thing that I stopped sharing my screen, but one thing that happened when I share specifically the tab is that it does not show a second layer. So I'm gonna try to share again. Just you can leave it there. I'm gonna share again, Noah, so you guys can kind of. There was something that I saw there I thought was pretty cool. Very simple though, nothing out of this world. But I'm gonna share as a window. So okay, so I'm sharing right now. Tell me if you guys can
We
see.
got it?
You got it?
Yep.
So yeah, so something that was pretty cool in the OpenAI website is this. Now you can see this Ask ChatGPT, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So this I thought was subtle, but very very cool. And what I was trying to do before was simply
Just that it's available right there as you go in. That's what. Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on their website. So that was so nice. I mean, very subtle, but that's interesting. And I think of course, other websites done that in a different way, not through the Ask ChatGPT, but subtle and nice. And the other thing I was trying simply to do was like just looking at the meaning, and this is the other word. So it's like I should be able to look the word within the dictionary, because can you pronounce this word here, Noah?
What are we looking at?
Obsequious.
I'm not seeing.
Oh
that.
no. Okay,
Yeah.
so let me go back to. Let me take a look on the YouTube here.
We're gonna.
That's
play,
so amazing.
Pictionary or whatever the guess the word is.
Nah, it's okay.
Yeah.
So it's like interesting. So not even. Wow. Okay. Hey, we're learning 0.5. Maybe we are now back to 0.4 evolution stage. But let me try something different here. I don't want to persist too long on this. You can keep on the. I'm gonna share the entire screen. Boom. Am I sharing the entire screen?
Right now.
Oh, there it is.
We see your screen. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, do you see this?
I do not. Oh, here we go. Yep.
There you go. Yeah. This is the word.
Obsequious.
Obsequious, man. You have a great vocabulary there,
I
Noah.
don't know about that. I'm good at parroting things.
Obsequious. And so the obsequious is can you?
Actually, that's a word that I would have to look the definition of.
Gotcha. Obsequious. I mean, and my point would be you go for the meaning of the word
So
and
much
don't.
for my vocabulary.
Right? No.
I've been exposed.
Something what I think it's funny. Oh, they have multiple options here. What I think is funny is that you go to the dictionary to learn one word and you have to go to another word to learn. All right. Hey, let's move on. This I don't know how funny or not funny that is. And moving on, I think I'm not sharing my screen. Now, we do have do you have any other aspect you want to add, or is there anything specific you want to bring it up, Noah?
Not on that particular one, no.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to try the Meta AI? What do you think?
Yeah. Let's see if I can. I was just having some issues here. Let's see.
Hey, we're
if
doing
I can-
live.
If I can pull this up. So this is my window here. Let's do.
And for everyone out there, feel free to ask questions. Make sure to like, subscribe. That helps a lot.
Okay, so you guys can see my screen. Let me go full screen for this one.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just go in your browser, just go to meta.ai. It'll ask you to log in, which I've already done. I've logged in through just my personal Facebook login. And one of the things we wanted to do here was let's take a look at its image generation stuff. So I'm just going to chat like Meta AI is my buddy here and say, hey, can you help me develop a logo for the word. I'm going to do lowercase d, uppercase a, lowercase I, ly in quotes. And let's see what they do. Okay.
That seems good.
So it's asking me some questions. What style are you thinking? Modern, minimalist? So let's say modern.
And I think it can also be, excuse me, I think it can also be minimalist, modern and minimalist.
Can we make can we make the AI portion red, and for design elements, can we incorporate circuit imagery? And then what's the main message or tone you want the logo to convey? For tone, let's go for technology. They're all pretty good questions. Let's see some images.
He brought more info.
So it's automatically doing 4 different ones for us.
Nice. Oh, I got some delay here. That's why.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's kind of interesting. So we could say, well, let's see. What do you guys think? Which of these 4 images should we elaborate on? Maybe why don't we take image 1? Let's say for image 1, can you make the D and the LY more prominent? Not more prominent, more visible.
Is there a D there?
I don't know.
Okay, you got it.
Let's see. So it's going to generate another 4. Thinking. We need like the Jeopardy music going on. That's going to be one of our next iterations when we get fancy here.
Which music is that one?
You're going to ask me to sing?
I mean, you gave the idea. I just asked which music is that one.
Let's see. Oops.
We're back. We're back on the screen.
Still going. It's the one. Let's see. So for you, it's. Oh, there we go. We got your face back. Boy, it's really thinking on that one.
True.
Jeopardy. Dun 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 dun. Doesn't ring any bells.
It does. It does. Dun 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 dun.
I think we might have stumped old Meta AI on this one.
True. Hey. Hopefully they can handle.
Let's ask some questions to see if we can threaten her a little bit. How are we doing? How are we doing?
No, I think the issue there is that if you try to ask this, you need to cancel the
okay.
image generation. Were you? Oh, by the way, I don't know. Have we said? Yeah, I did say that they did have their conference recently. One thing that they emphasized is that APIs. Let me even double check the. What's API? API. So the API, application programming interface, that's the word I was looking for. They emphasize that a lot because this is kind of a final product, right? In the sense that for the consumer, us. But they emphasize a lot on the API, which is the tools, let's put it like this, for the software developers. And that's why we see many similarities amongst those various AI apps, because they use the APIs of those companies, let's put it like this. And another thing that I'm thinking right now is that besides the API, the other aspect now, oh man, what's happening with me? Maybe not enough coffee. Yeah, I'm going to remember. Was API, there was the app, Meta AI. There was another element that they brought on the conference that I wanted to bring it up, but I forgot. If I remember, I tell you guys. Well, oh, there you go. You got the images.
So it did, and you can see what it's kind of done here. It's actually flipped. It put the I before the A. So let's take this guy. That's a little bit closer. Let's take. Let's see if I just select that one. Let's say okay. Uh, can you put the A before the I and after the D? Oh, what happened there? Is it thinking? What's going on here? Let's go back.
And it seems you have the edit tool.
Okay, so let's regenerate. Bear with us. Okay. All right, so that didn't go exactly where we wanted, but this is kind of interesting. Now it dropped the L. Okay, so let's say for image number 3, or for the lower left image,
the last image they got right.
Can you make the D and the Y? What color do we want those guys? Give me something.
Green and red.
Green. Generate. Generating.
You saw that?
Oh, that was not good.
Hey, now it's done. What the heck is going on here?
Let me try this.
That's so funny.
Go. Let me just pick this guy. Let me select this image.
Well,
can you add an L after the I? So it shows us working over here in this corner. No, didn't do good on that one.
show me. Let's see what they offer on the edit tool. You have an edit. If you go with the cursor in the top of the image.
Which one are we talking about? Which image you
just whichever image. The main one, by the way. That's my mistake. The one in the center. Select any image and go with the cursor in the top of the image in the center, if that makes sense.
So like I'm hovering over this image right here?
There you go. So if you go to the top, do you have an edit option somewhere there? Like there's 3 options in the top. I cannot see because
one's download. Oh yeah, let me go full screen here for everybody.
There was a play. Yeah, let's go full screen. So there was a place that I saw edit image. If you go with the cursor in the image is on the right side. Let's see.
Yeah, so let's see. I guess that's this guy here, or is it this one? Those look the same. Click on that.
Yeah, I don't remember now where I saw the image. The edit. It's okay.
And we're back to the one that's. Well, let's try this guy instead.
There it is. You see the edit? Go back on when it shows the 4 images. And edit. Just go with the cursor. There you go. You see edit?
Interesting. Okay.
Which goes just to exactly the same place you were. So
yeah, right. Okay.
That's fun.
But let's see. Okay. Make the D green in color. Did the whole thing.
I mean, at least was very.
I don't know how to write that any better. Let's see.
Specific.
What can I say there?
What are you trying to say?
I want the D and the Y to be green.
And the L, maybe?
Oh, yeah. The D and the L and the Y to be green and the AI to stay red. No, it's all or nothing with this one.
Yeah. I mean, you done a very good job. No. Yikes.
I mean, so this is where you'd have to make the decision. Okay, is this close enough for me to pull into, a photo editor, and I just go in and color that myself, or do I want to keep throwing prompts at this thing and seeing if it gets me where I want to go? And a lot of times that's actually what ends up happening with your logos
Yeah.
or images in general.
I mean,
So,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be straight to the point. It's not there yet. That's what I think, you know?
Yeah, I think you're right. Let's see. So if I close that, let's go ahead and move on to what if I want to pull in an existing image and have it tell me what the font of the image is. So
Nice.
let me add this, and I'm just going to take this AI generated image here that says Renegade Chronicles, and this is something that AI actually chose the imagery for based on what I had described. And so can you tell me the font that is used in this image? And this might be a photograph that you've taken or snagged from the internet. Let's see what it does. Okay, so it appears to be a stylized serif font, like Unical or Carolingia, which is interesting. I feel like, just because I've actually done this in other tools, I feel like Chat GPT Pro got a little more specific when it came to analysis of fonts and giving me something that I could actually plug in to my image editor and then mimic what I had there.
And what you can do is you can copy the name of those fonts, so Uncial or Carolingia, and search and see if truly is
Yeah, let's see.
that close.
Can you show me an example of the font Unical? We got some questions here.
Oh, let me see that.
Ooh, wow. Okay, that's frilly. Can you
Yeah, that does not seem
do this just with letters?
Keep going with the dun-duns. You see? I told you, man, that would be a success.
What's that?
Keep going with the dun-duns. The song. Spontaneous success.
Dun,
No.
dun, dun.
Yeah. Spontaneous success.
The dun-duns.
I think.
I like it.
It didn't generate the full.
So yeah, I mean, it
thing.
gives you an idea that this is what, when it's going to draw out an L in that font or an A, that's what it's going to look like, right? And then so you could go into like your Photoshops or your Illustrators and run through. So let's see, we got some questions from the audience here.
Hey.
Keep up with the dun-duns.
Yeah.
Didn't generate the word daily fully. Yeah, that's true.
Correct. So this gets
You're
you
close, but not the actual font.
Yeah.
Our listener said. So.
Hey.
Let me try this. Write the word daily in. I think I still got that right. In Unical font. Oh yeah. Okay. I mean, it gave us a bunch of backgrounds and stuff, but it gives us an idea of what that kind of looks like.
Mm-hmm. Hey, but that does not seem like the font of the Renegades.
No. No, it's not very
Chronicles.
close. We'll try one more thing. Let's try Carolinga. Right. The word renegade in Carolinga. Font. That's kind of cool. Pretty elaborate though. This is probably
True.
close. It's kind of like Old English or something. I don't know. That's weird because if it's calling that the same font, this looks like pretty different. Well, I guess not. It's got that extended leg on it. Interesting.
Got another comment there.
Easier to see the font in a word or sentence format to see how it will work in your design. Yeah, agreed. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me ask. I think that's it. We had like on the font, I got another. Let me try one, and I'm gonna try using ChatGPT.
Okay, let me move over to your screen here.
So let me see. Boom. Yeah. All right. You guys see. Let's see if one sec.
What can I help you with? It says.
Hey, that's what I need. So I'm gonna use an image of this incredible series named Shogun, and I'm gonna ask which font the
Yeah, if you
title.
guys haven't seen, what do you happen to know what streaming network Shogun's on? Is that HBO?
So that's FX.
FX.
Yeah, but it's I'm not sure if they're on Disney though. I know it's kind of a mixed up, but I remember Disney was making a.
It is a great show. It is subtitles, right? If I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking Japanese most of the time. So which font is the title use? Which font the title is using? Let me go very straightforward and simple here. Shogun. All right, so you see, it has a lot of very detailed.
Yeah. See what I mean? That's exactly right. So we're in Chat GPT right now, and that's doing a way more detailed job
Mhm.
of finding that out. That's what I've found in doing this show is and playing around with these tools. You really see where some gain ground over others, and that's part of what's fascinating and the whole reason we have this show.
Yeah, and here let me go a little bit further.
We had a user that says Shogun is on Hulu.
Hulu. There you go. Oh, that's true. That's true. I forgot that. That's true. And
Thank you,
that,
audience.
thank you. And I believe that was the reason that it was on Disney as well. They had an ad. I don't know if they still working like that. Like you get Hulu and you get Disney.
Yeah, it's getting
you know, those-
complicated that way, isn't it? Where they all kind of have you can have the actual Hulu, but then you can get to it through another service.
It's like, yeah.
Crazy.
And they were doing like a mixed up of services. Okay, so create your daily. So create an image of
Let's see.
your daily AI using. Should I say that font? I'm not gonna be the font closest to Shogun. Let's see. And let's see how faster it is to create that image. Grok was pretty good to create images, processing image. Lots of people are creating images right now. Yeah, they've been having that. I think it's because I feel like it's season. I don't know, for AI announcements.
Yeah, we had discussed and thought that it would be neat to have, like almost like a grid that showed you, which tools were better for what. But they're changing and improving so much that it would be really hard to keep something like that updated.
Yes, and that's you ring me the bell here. Hopefully that sounds good. Oh, your daily AI? No. Make it more like the brush, more like the brush style of Shogun. So I just remember another aspect that they talked on the conference was the aspect of using specialization instead of have large language models, so LLMs, so large language models. You have huge amount of information. Therefore, we each person searches mostly of specific things, right? So each person is interested in some aspects of it, and they're creating like smaller models that they can, with less information, they're more specialized, right? So they have a more strict, therefore they are targeted to specific publics. Oh, it came out nice. We're going to talk about in a minute.
A little more brushstrokey there. See, yeah, that's doing what you're saying. I think Meta was kind of all over the map by comparison.
Yeah.
Maybe my prompts need work, but I think they were pretty straightforward.
You know what? So add an iPod mic. iPod? No, a podcast. That's what I meant. Podcast. We were talking about pods here. That he elaborated a long conversation on pods. So add a podcast mic behind the words and make it subtle. When I say make it subtle, my intention here is to have like a shadow, like shadowy. I don't know. Let's try.
You made up a word there. That's cool.
Yeah, making up words. So that was basically it. That was very interesting. It's because, so for example, if we have Canva, let's use Canva that we tried here last time, canva.com, to create images, very easy to use. If they have that specialization of creating logos, for example, an AI tool that is specialized on that, then we have a much faster outcome on our processes. Now here, lots of people are creating images. This happens because it's very broad, right? So like we are creating logos, people are creating memes or funny images or images for films, ads, so on and so forth, entertainment, work. Hey, not there yet.
It didn't add anything.
No? Yeah.
Or maybe it's just too dark and we can't see it.
I mean, we can say that, but it would be too psychophancy. Just say that. Psychophancy. Okay, you did an ad.
I'm giving it too much credit, huh?
Right? You didn't add the mic. Try again.
Damn it.
And do and do your best. There was a whole discussion.
I need a D in front of the O.
Let's see. You didn't add
I think it'll probably try to do its best on it anyway, but
and do your best. No, that's intentional mistakes there. And there was I added this here, do your best. There was a discussion of AI and encouragement. Like, should AI respond necessarily to encouragement, positive or negative? So eventually it will. They might have that tools.
I like how it's telling us lots of people are creating images right now. Who's creating images right now? Don't you people have jobs?
That's true.
Maybe
that is true.
Job.
Maybe it's the other public. That's the younger public, I would imagine. All right. Hey, it's thinking. And I think after this one, I can move on. Yeah.
We have a user recommendation before we move on.
Okay.
Maybe ask for a silhouette of a mic or an outline.
All right. So
let's try that.
I can do that. So how should I ask this? So
maybe ask for a silhouette of a mic or an outline.
So correct me if it can be improved. So instead of the whole mic.
Well, a silhouette is the whole mic. It's just the outline of it.
Exactly, right? So instead of the physical mic or something like that?
I would just say add the silhouette of a microphone. Let's use the full word.
Add the silhouette of a microphone?
Yeah.
Podcast style microphone, would that?
Sure.
Microphone, is that?
There you go.
Nice. behind.
You got a G instead of a D there.
Hey, I mean, I tell you, you don't believe me, it's intentional, huh?
Wasn't your mom an English teacher?
Hey, close. Portuguese teacher.
Oh,
That's close.
That's how it's spelled in Portuguese, I'm sure.
Behind. That's
Lots of
funny.
people are creating images right now.
Yeah, and I reached my image creation limit. Hopefully they create at least this one.
Oh, you're not on the pro version.
No, I mean, actually, yeah.
Did it warn you? I didn't see a warning pop up.
It just popped up. Is it there? Can you see or no? No? So
let's
it might.
see, yeah,
You
I
see
can
there?
see it. It was
Okay.
just down below.
Gotcha. Yeah, we're still learning about that double screen thing. Mm. Sometimes viewers cannot see the.
Well, that's one thing Meta AI's got going for it. There was no limit on image creation. Man, this thing is not moving forward at all.
Nope.
Does not like your microphone.
Nope. Yeah. Hey, we tried. Look at that. It was just like 1, 2, 3, 4 trials. I mean, hey, we tried. Space for improvement for them there. Yeah. So we tried that one. Any other thing you wanna talk on the ad?
Well, yeah, actually, there is an interesting one. When I was actually creating stuff and I was using Chat GPT Pro, I was able to let it know that, hey, what you generate here, I'm going to be pulling into Canva. What tools and fonts within Canva should I be utilizing? And it actually had detailed information there for me that was very helpful. Like it knew the fonts inside of Canva. And I assume it would have done the same if I said I was working in Illustrator or Photoshop.
Yeah.
Let's see. And from the audience, we have good to know that you will need to go through various iterations in order to get what you want. Oh, yeah, this is the epitome of an iterative process when you're working with these tools.
Mm-hmm.
Both from lack of user knowledge and then also what AI is trying to improve on itself.
Yeah. I mean, they're definitely improving, but back and forth, but the improvements are very visible. Like this is something that I mean, still remember, right? It was not that long ago, or maybe it was, I think maybe a year, that we had the issues with the fingers. Now I don't think that that's an issue anymore for a while at least. So yeah, I mean, I feel like in a couple months we might have, and it's that again is that topic of specialization, right? There will be the tools that they work more specific on the let's put it like logo, image generator, and editing. So yeah, but I mean, some things you got right. I truly liked the typeface they used for the Your Daily AI, the brush stroke similar to Shogun. It's similar, but not all that similar.
So just for giggles here, in Meta AI, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I said create a logo for daily in brushstroke font, and it went crazy with the colors.
Mm-hmm.
And I said more like Japanese style brushstrokes, and then that's what Meta came up with here.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, it's not terrible. It's very, I say, what do I want to say? Yeah, it's okay. It's like not nothing crazy,
let's
but it's
try
okay.
less
More
less busy.
Exactly, minimalistic.
There you go. Another 10-cent word. Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's more what I was looking for.
There, yeah, that's pretty nice.
Nice.
So the second one, that second one is interesting.
Yeah, agreed. Cool.
Hey, man, that's nice. All right, ready to move on? That's pretty cool. Oh, let's see. We have a comment in gray. Oh, I think it's because of the silhouette mic. Ah, gotcha. Now do you want to try there, Noah?
Let's see what it does. So
Yeah.
let's take image 2.
And add the silhouette of a mic.
image number 2.
Mm-hmm. She's asking gray, but
Add
maybe a darker gray.
Add a silhouette is a tough word. There's an H in there somewhere.
Oh, what's that?
Have a microphone in the background.
In a darker gray. Silver-like or something like that.
Let's just see what it does with this.
I like that you have like endless image generators there.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah. Let's see.
Say-
Directly.
No, say no in the background.
Microphone directly behind. The word. Yeah. Okay.
I liked that last one. It's not what you asked, but that's cool.
Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, hey guys, we tried.
I wonder what this, so it can animate it. Let's see what happens here. Start pressing buttons.
Go ahead. What's the worst that can happen?
Oh, interesting. So as I hover over,
Oh, that's nice.
let's see what this guy does.
Glitch. Hey, I like that last one, Noah.
That's kind of cool. So let me show the full screen here. Interesting.
Yeah. Hey, save that one for later. Let's move on here. That's cool. Let's move on here. We have a few other things to talk about. You did talk about Meta AI and Llama, right?
Yes. That was a question that we had in our last episode is when they literally had come out with the Meta AI stuff that we could prompt the day of our show, the morning of our last show. And because Meta actually owns both Facebook and Instagram, we weren't sure who, Instagram uses Llama technology. And so we're like, well, does Meta AI use Llama technology? The answer is yes. But I guess the more detailed answer was that they access the information in different ways. And beyond that, I don't have details on exactly what is meant by that. But
yeah. All right. Time for a grok.
if you enjoyed the content from the short and you want to see more like it, click here. If you want to see the full podcast, click here. Be sure to like and subscribe.